7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Is she satisfied or dissatisfied? She is just a customer, just like everyone else. Like always, giving it to you raw and unedited. Over to you, the short one.
I wanted to sing, but I don't know. It might come out later because I really want to sing, but I feel like I've got like a frog stuck in my throat. So my a cappella is not going to be on point. But anyway, welcome to another podcast, and it's hot and sticky out there. It's a bit cloudy, I think. Is it cloudy? No, it's not. But just like, it seems getting a little bit cloudy earlier in the day, I'd say. But you're still a bit clammy. And, I'm averaging 2 showers a day. I think I might have to step up and make it 3. Like, seriously. I mean, anyway, I can't bother to talk about the weather. Look, it's hot, done, whatever, get over it. I should seek my own advice, shouldn't I? But I don't tend to. I'm really good at giving people advice and things. But do I take my own advice? No. Gosh. Anyway, so what's been happening this week? Okay. See, I'm going to be doing that probably quite a lot. I feel I've got like a tadpole, like, is it a school of tadpoles? Just wrapping themselves around my tonsil. That sounds disgusting what I'm doing, but it's not disgusting, trust me. It's just a sound that's coming out my mouth. But anyway, so let's talk about this week. So, well, this week as in our podcast week, not as in the calendar week. Yeah, because that'd be like Monday to whatever, Monday to Sunday or... Anyway, let me just get on with it. Gosh, the short one is like, woo! Distracted very easily. Short attention span. It's always been my problem. I've got a very short attention. Everything is short about me. Short height, short attention span, short temper. Not really. Only when things get to my goat, which kind of links me to what I'm going to talk about in this week's podcast. So let's talk Domino Pizza. Now, with age, for some reason, I'm going off pizza. I don't hate it. It's not like KFC. I can't eat KFC. A fried chicken makes me just want to produce it back up again. But I can have like a chicken burger. But for some reason, a standalone fried chicken, no. Even their hot chicken wings, which I used to love, I can't even eat that. But anyway, so Domino Pizza. So, the other day I was thinking, I feel like a bit of a takeaway because I couldn't bother to cook. It was so hot that, sometimes when you sort of think, if I've got to put things in the oven, and yeah, I know I say oven differently from most people. When you open the oven and get that waft of heat, and then it's like, oh gosh, I'm starting to like perspire and stuff like that. So I just thought, I've got no energy to cook. I can't be bothered to get hotter than I am already, because I'm going to just end up spontaneously combusting. So I thought, what do I get? Now, I thought of getting like Deliveroo, so I went on the app, but for some reason, what was on offer wasn't actually satisfying my taste buds. I had a glance at Just Eat, and to be honest, I prefer Deliveroo to Just Eat. Just Eat, I always find I have to go into Google Images just to see what it looks like, because I'm very hygiene sensitive. I've got a very weak stomach. Not that I'll throw up, but I just got a weak stomach. Not that I'll have diarrhea or anything, but I've just got a weak stomach, okay? Anyway, so just swift through Deliveroo, and I'm thinking, don't feel like that. So I thought, okay, what about pizza? I haven't had a pizza for a while. So, went on Domino Pizza app, selected my little meal deal, blah, 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 blah. paid for it, got that stupid tracker who has the corny jokes, and I'm sure that, you know, some people might find it hilarious, like, oh, look what you said, ooh. But to me, it's just like, roll of the eyes, whatever. But, you know, what I do, I love trackers. Be it an app, be it on a website, I love it. Whoever invented it, kudos to you, I salute you, everything, because it's nice to know, you know, just basically the stages of your order. And especially that when you see like out for delivery or something, it's like, oh my gosh, yeah, any minute now, you know, that kind of thing. And you prepare yourself mentally. Oh, so noisy outside. So many bad boy racers on the roads. Yeah, so you sort of think, oh gosh, you know, any minute, so you prepare everything. Cutlery, drinks, you put the ice in the drink, you know what I mean? And you set yourself down and you make sure that, you know, cause you're excited. You know, not that I eat Dominoes with a knife and fork, but you know what I mean, you know, and, and especially when you're hungry, and you use a tracker for somewhere where food is about to come. You know, when it gets to that delivery stage, that's when, you know, after about, I don't know, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, for me, 45 seconds, that's when I kick into hangry mode, because that's when, like, why the fuck is my, you know, intercom not buzzing? Like, it's been 45 seconds. It's been literally 40. Now it's 48 seconds. Now it's 59 seconds. Now it's a minute. I am literally like that. So with Domino Pizza, the tracker was there, set out for delivery. So I got everything prepared, you know, and I was like, ooh, any minute now I'm going to be like taking that massive chunk of that pizza, you know, so unhealthy, but you know what? Fuck it. You know, fuck everything. It's a heat wave out there. And I remember I got distracted, as usual, for literally about 10 minutes. So, I really can't remember what it was that distracted me, but it must have been something important, because that took away my hangriness. So 10 minutes went past, and I said to the person I was talking to, I was like, oh yeah, just ordered a pizza. And they were like, oh, okay. I was like, so any minute, you know, they're going to be coming, so, you know, blah, 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 it's going to be quick. And then I thought, wait, it's been about 15 minutes. I looked at the tracker, still saying out for delivery. Now, okay, let's just say I live about, for a normal human being who, of average speed of walking, could probably take you 3 or 4 minutes. For the short one with short legs, I'd say about 10 minutes. And also the fact that I like to stroll, you know, look around, you know, take in everything, the sights and the sounds and stuff. But anyway, so I thought, where the hell is this pizza? So, now, the good thing about a tracker, you can track where your order is, which means from a company's point of view, you probably get less calls from people saying, where is it? Because, you know, they can see updates, you know, regular updates. And with the Domino Pizza app, you've got the, you know, putting in the oven, preparing, I can't remember what stages it is, but all that kind of stuff, quality checking, and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, when it says out for delivery, you're kind of, especially for me where it's like literally around the corner, it's just laziness that I can't be bothered. And also, I remember that day, that's when the flying ants were here, and I don't do flying ants. I'll get to the flying ant story in a minute. But, so I called up Domino's, and I was thinking, that's too much energy. I've got a bloody app, for goodness sake, a tracker, and now I have to call up. So, you know, called up, you know, hello, Domino Pizza, can I help you? And I was like, look, order the pizza, where is it? Where's my pizza at? You know, where the hell is my pizza and my garlic bread? And they said to me, I can't quote, but basically they said to me, I think it is a quote, we're still waiting for a driver, the driver should be here in 10 minutes, as in here at the Domino's, not here as in my flat. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you know what? This person is so lucky right now because already I'm getting hot. I'm already starting to sweat or feel clammy, that I didn't want to be any more clammier. Is that a new word? Than I am already. So I couldn't kick off. Normally I would have kicked off. Even though I was hangry, I just thought to myself, because the kicking off I probably would have done would have probably landed me into prison or something. I have no idea. Or completely barred from Domino's. Like I think I'm barred from Harvester in Hatfield. Anyway, if you want to know that story, you've got to look at previous podcast. So I was just like, okay, all right. And I did say to him, I was like, but the tracker says, oh, the tracker's just a guide. Oh, okay, all right. And that was it. Okay, police are coming. Not for me though. I'm just waiting for them to go past. Turning into the hood. So I just thought to myself, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It was out for delivery, I would say. It felt like 3 hours. Probably it was for about 30, 45 minutes, who knows. And then to be told, yeah, we're still waiting for the driver to arrive. And it wasn't even peak time when I placed this order. And even if it was, like I mentioned before in my previous podcast with Marks and Spencer and their sandwiches running out, if you know that, okay, between these times of peak hours, we've got to either get more staff in or, the kitchen staff have got to really kick in gear because this is when we get more orders. When I'm placing an order, I shouldn't feel that, oh, it's peak time, so therefore the whatever I'm ordering is going to take longer. I shouldn't feel that way. It should be the same way as if I was ordering something at 2 a.m. Even though in St. Albans, there's nothing to order at 2 a.m. Yet in London, there's loads of things, because London is a city that never sleeps. So anyway, then it was the whole thing of the app is just a guide. What the fuck? The tracker is just a guide. Yeah, bitch. The guide told me it was out for delivery. Yeah, out for delivery means that it's going to be delivered. It's not still in the Domino's store. I don't feel to call it a restaurant, because restaurant means tables, chairs, waitresses, waiters, etc., etc. So, how can it be a guide? Okay, there's probably some legality in it where the word guide is the best word to use. But then, why don't you, instead of picking those stupid jokes, those corny jokes where it pisses me off, even retelling the story, now I'm getting hangry. I'm not even hungry. I am not even hungry. I'm angry. I wasn't angry before, now I'm angry. So, if that's the case, in your app, that stupid robot piece of shit, why don't you just put on there that don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it your food's being prepared. Don't take my word for it the food's in the oven. Don't take my word for it that's having quality control checking. Don't say that. Just don't. Stop it. A tracker is such a good system for customers to be informed. But if you're not going to adhere to that, then don't take us as idiots, especially when it comes to food. I mean, people can go crazy on that shit. I mean, I've seen levels of hangry from other people, and sometimes it's not good. It's like, whoa, make sure sharp objects are taken away, all that kind of stuff. But that really did piss me off. But for some reason, I'm more pissed off now when I'm telling you this. But it just doesn't make sense. And think of a better excuse lie to me. Don't tell me the truth. Don't tell me that, it says out for delivery, but we're still waiting for the driver to come. Oh, yeah, it says out for delivery, but it's only just a guide. It's not accurate. Think of a better lie. I mean, come on. So, I was in Burton the other day, and I was in Lidl, and I thought, I had a basket, and I thought, oh, let's try the self-checkouts. Let's see if it's going to be the same experience as Tesco's. Firstly, the queue goes so quickly. I mean, the thing is, I think I said before, Lidl Burton is not as crazy as if you went to Lidl in Edgware or Cricklewood. I'm a Northwest London girl originally, so hence why those areas. Because those ones are like first of all, the whole store's packed. Secondly, you're there shopping, but then you don't think about the queues. Because you're there shopping and stuff and bumping into people, that kind of stuff. And then it's only when you go to the when you're about to go and pay, you think, oh shit, look at the queue. But Burton there's queues, but it's not like mad queues and, whatever. It's the kind of queue you'd expect a Lidl to have, not in Edgware or Cricklewood. But anyway, so I thought, let me try this self-checkout. So again, it was very quick in the queue. And when I got there, the thing is with self-checkouts, like, I've always felt like when I use Tesco, Sainsbury's, even Asda, and Waitrose, it's kind of like it's like, once you use one checkout, you can actually use all of them. They're kind of like all kind of like the same kind of process. Not Lidl. Something about Lidl was like, oh shit, what the fuck do I have to do? It's like, you have to read the instructions and all this kind of stuff. And I don't know if it was my actual self-checkout, but my gosh, was it sensitive. It was, and every time it would bleep, 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 and, check this, check the baggage area, blah, blah. It was so sensitive. Every item I was trying to scan, it was like giving me a warning or something. And the thing is, I do mean every item. And with Lidl, you don't tend to buy one or two items. Like your basket, if you get a basket, normally it's a trolley, but my thing was, let me get a basket because I don't want to overbuy, especially because I don't live near a Lidl, so my nearest Lidl is Burton. When you've got the basket, it's like a Harvester, salad bar thing. You tend to want to put as much as you can in the bowl, even though it's like, you can go back again. But with Lidl, it's like, with the basket, everything is, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, another one. Oh, I think that's it. Yeah. So, yeah. Wow. It's giving me a bit of a migraine. Oh, the back of my eye starting to hurt. Might have popped out. No, it hasn't popped out, but it feels like it did. But anyway, so, yeah, where was I? Yeah, so with the checkout thing, every little item, blah, blah, blah. And I think the checkout gave up on me and just thought, you know what, this bitch is annoying me. That's the checkout talking. And then it said call for assistance. I was like, oh, gosh, here we go. But the guy who assisted, I think it was a security guard. He didn't have the Lidl uniform. I think it was security. He came and helped. And he tried to give me a crash course. And I looked at him like, I've used so many of these checkouts. Haven't you heard my podcast? But, yeah, so I said to him, it's very sensitive. And he goes, yeah, they are very sensitive. And I was like, oh, okay. So I kind of had to do things very slowly. So next time I know, if you use self-checkout in Lidl, you can't be pressed for time. You got to really take your time, because that self-checkout is one cheeky bitch. So let's take a break. So don't forget the website www.IamJustAcustomer.com. And on Facebook and Instagram, I am just a customer. And on Twitter, it's I'm just a customer. Don't forget, folks, wherever you're listening to this, just share it. Share it wherever you can. Follow it, like it, wherever you're listening it from, whatever. Just spread the word. You know, just like Grease is the word. The I'm Just a Customer podcast is the word. That was so lame. I'm actually embarrassed. How could I have thought that Grease has the same syllables as I am just a customer? Anyway, back to the podcast. So, and still in Borehamwood. So, weird thing happened. I'm in Borehamwood. I'm with a friend. And he's buying some clothes. So first of all, we're in Burton's in the retail park. And he picks up some clothes and stuff. Blah, blah, blah. We use a student discount, the NUS extra thing, to get 10%. Why not? And that's fine. Everything's great. Blah, 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 blah. So, after we're shopping around in Borehamwood, we go to that big, huge, massive Tesco in Borehamwood. And I hadn't been there for like many, many, many years. And it's so changed upstairs. So we're upstairs, and for some reason, I think he's got a thing for Burton, because he buys more stuff from Burton. We tried to use the NUS card, and bearing in mind, we bought one from the retail park with sale items. So now we're in Tesco, in Burton's. That sounds weird, isn't it? In Tesco, in Burton's. And sale items again, bring out the NUS card, and the man says, I'm sorry, you can't use this on sale items, only on full price items. Okay, sorry, huh? Pardon? And he was like, yeah, you can only use it on sale items. And I said, obviously me, the gobby one, but we just used the same card in the retail park. He goes, no, you can only use it on full priced items. Now, again, just like Domino Pizza, I didn't want to kick off because, again, I didn't want to be, I don't know. I think it's the weather. I just can't bother to kick off. Even though technically my temper gets shorter in heat waves. But even though there's air conditioning in the store. But yeah, so I couldn't understand that. So we walked away scratching our heads, thinking that didn't make sense. But I think subconsciously I knew not to kick off because it was only 10%. I mean, had it been like 40%, I mean, you would have heard it on the news, you know, or 50% or 60% or whatever percent, you know, but because it was 10%, it was like, oh, okay, you know, there's no point, like, making a scene for like, I don't know, £1 or £2, £3, whatever it was. But it was just a bit strange how the same company has different rules. I don't get that. I mean, was the woman in the retail park wrong? Or was the guy in Tesco wrong? Burton's in Tesco, Borehamwood. Or was he wrong? But companies, can you just let your employees just know one rule? Like just one thing? Instead of us customers getting one information from one person and completely opposite from a different person. I mean, jeez. Just stupid. It's just stupid. So anyway, that was the adventures of Borehamwood. Then it was the drive home. Bloody hell, driving is so tiresome. You know, and the thing is, non-drivers always assume, they never understand that driving could be tiring. And especially in the heat, it's just like, I just want to park the car, get home, and done. It's just so tiring. I don't know why I told you that bit, but I just did anyway. So let's talk about the flying ants. So, yes, the other day, it was like, I step out, and I just see these crawly, imagey things on the pavement, and I thought, oh crap, they're here. Now, I hate flying ants, and I've mentioned it before, and I'll always keep mentioning it. One thing I hate about flying ants is they are not scared of you. a fly, if you wave your hands in the air like you just don't care, they will freak out and they'll move away from you. You know, flies, wasps, bees, whatever, daddy long legs. Flying ants, no. They do the opposite. You can try and flick them off. And it's like their feet have some kind of adhesive with heavy glue at the bottom. Because you can flick it, but it doesn't drop to the floor. It just drops like a millimeter away from where it was before, where you just flicked it from. And then you're there, you're thinking, and then you suddenly like do a more of a harsher, like, get the fuck off me kind of thing. Then it just jumps on the floor or whatever. And then you're thinking, okay, I'm good to go. I can carry on with my swag. But no, you can't, because you got 3 more that's crawling in your hair, crawling up your neck, crawling up and your back. But you can't feel that one because you got clothes on. So, you know, and the person behind you, the stranger behind you may not even tell you. Even your friends may not even say, look, you got a flying ant on your back. These things are vicious. Anyway, when I eventually got home, I came in the sitting room and I saw one crawling up my chest, literally flicked it off, hurt my chest a little bit because I knew how much force I had to give that little shit, and it went on the carpet, crushed it on my foot, and I then disposed of it. All well and good, done. Oh no. Its posse was still up on me. I mean, I make it out like there was like loads of them. It's probably like one. I think it was one, but you never know. There could be like some on my back. I had to get unchanged in the living room. I didn't want to get unchanged in my bedroom because the only reason why was I didn't want it to come into my bedroom. So I had to get unchanged in my living room and shake my clothes. Like shake it like it was on fire or something. I was putting a fire out. I was like shaking. I was praying the building opposite weren't watching me. I mean, I could have caught their attention the way I was like flicking my clothes, not out the window, but in the living room and stuff. And like 2 kind of like came out of there, and I kind of thought, oh man. So yeah. So then when I was satisfied that my bod was fine, that's when I came into the bedroom, went and had a shower, all that kind of stuff. But I left my clothes in the living room. Yeah, I'm a skank. But I'd rather be a skank than have those flying ants in my bedroom. Because those are the kind of things that in the middle of the night, they're crawling on my face, and the shock would be too much for my heart to take. And I'll probably be no longer. And there's nothing sexier than dying because of a flying ant. I mean, come on. Seriously? Who does that? So, moving on, let's have a quick break. So don't forget the website, www.iamjustacustomer.com, Twitter, I'm just a customer, Facebook and Instagram, I am just a customer. Don't forget to share it. I'm not your dirty little secret, because if you make me dirty little secret, I'll tell the whole wide world. And also I'm thinking of doing Snapchat, but I'm still trying to teach myself how to use Snapchat. So, yeah, all those stupid, annoying pictures, you know, the bunny things. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be experimenting with those. So, yeah. So, moving on. So I'm glad the market's back. I'm still angry it was a skeleton market that day England was playing. But it's back. So, that's great. I'm happy. That's the Tesco watermelon I bought because it was England playing in no fruit and veg market, wanted to come and trade. The Tesco watermelon was I wouldn't say it was so disgusting. It was so bland. Like, it's as if that you kind of tempted to put sugar on it, but that defeats the purpose. I've never had watermelon on sugar. Or it kind of felt you had to go and buy watermelon flavouring and then put it onto the actual watermelon. It was so bland. You know, so bland. But anyway, the market's back, and I'm happy. You know why I'm happy? Because at the same time, I get my sweet corn, I get my watermelon, and guess what's back? The nectarines are back. only one market stall I saw. I mean, I didn't exactly look at every single fruit veg market, but one market stall I saw, they had the big watermelons. I mean, there weren't the huge ones that I would say we're getting there. We're getting there. It was bigger than the normal ones that you get. So I've got a bit of a... let's see. Now, like I keep saying, the reason for this podcast is hopefully to help small businesses to kind of understand the customer experience, the customer's perspective and all that kind of thing. And how I do that is by the use of a podcast. And also how I do that is to name and shame big companies. But I don't like to name and shame small companies, no matter what the treatment is like. I feel to break the rules, not news. I feel to break the rules. And there is no name because it's a market trader, but to describe it, to find tea where people that if you know the market, you'd be like, oh, it must be them. It must be them. I really feel the need. But you know what? I'm not going to, because it goes against everything I believe in, because I am a champion for small businesses. I am a champion for independent businesses. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be doing this. I do think that the future is small businesses. Small businesses can thrive. But one thing I'd say is treat your customers right. I mean, since doing this podcast, I've described my own personal experiences. All my experiences that I say are my very own. I don't talk about anyone else's. So even when other people say to me, oh, this is what happened to me, I wouldn't relay that story on my podcast. All my experiences are about me, and since doing this podcast, I'm more vigilant. I'm more observing to things and all that kind of stuff, because I guess I know I'm always trying to look for material to talk about each week. But sometimes, you just feel to call out people, because of the way they kind of make you feel, the way they make me feel. It's kind of like, anyway, so I'm going up and down the market and I'm thinking, okay, I need to get my watermelon, sweet corn, and then hunt for nectarines, because I wasn't sure when they were in season and stuff. And I come across this fruit and veg store. I make it sound like it was my first time, as if they just appeared from nowhere. But no, they're always there. They're always there. And now, the way this fruit and veg is, and I'm not giving anything away because there's loads that are set up in this way, where they're in the middle and the stuff is around them. So I chose them because they had the big nectarines, and I also chose them because I've bought sweet corn from there before, so I know their quality of sweet corn. I'm sure the other fruit and veg people have probably the same sweet corn quality, but better the devil and all that. And thing is with me, I'm very loyal. If I like something of yours, I'll always come back again. Even whether it's just one item I'm getting from you, but I'll come back. So, and they do nice watermelon there. And I can't explain why, because then that probably give it away. But anyway, I shouldn't have said that either. But anyway, so at this point, they're doing a very good deal on nectarines, the large ones. I'm not going to go into detail of how much the deal was or that kind of stuff, because then I might be giving too much away for them to be identified. So remember I said they're in the middle and all their stock is around them. So I said to the woman, do you have a container or a bag or something? because I want to get quite a lot of your nectarines. I was going to buy 12 nectarines. And so it's me, the nectarines, and then her behind. Then she goes with the most grumpiest attitude, no, I'm here to serve you. Which is lovely words to say, you know, who wouldn't want to hear those words said, but it's the way it was said. No, I'm here to serve you. And she got the plastic bag out. She goes, how many do you want? So I was like, oh, okay. And I had a quick scan because let me tell you something. And I'm not going to actually say it. Whether you know what I'm talking about, great. If you don't, great too, fantastic, whatever it is. But when you are, when you know that you are the only one compared to other people, now it can be for anything. It could be height, race, weight, color, hair, it could be anything. Right? So, there you go. When you know that you're the only one and you look around and you think, uh-oh, there's no one else like me around this vicinity, yet I can see people, customers, picking their own shit, and I'm treated like I'm about to steal 12 nectarines. So anyway, I said to the woman, I was like, yeah, 12. Because I'm tired of this shit. Seriously, that's what it's like. I'm getting tired of this shit. So, she gets a bag and she picks her 12. I look around. I see other customers who are different from me picking their own stuff. They're looking at things. Oh, is it bruised? Oh, let me put it back. No, I want that one. Do you know what I mean? Freedom of choice and all that. So she picks the 12. And then she told me the price. And I'm not going to say the price because it might give it away. And then I said I haven't finished. I've actually got other things I want to pick at the other end. Because I was at one end now. It's like the other end of the stuff. I still want to get some sweet corn and watermelon and stuff. And then one of her workmates or whatever said to her, are you okay? And I look around to say, what's made her say that? Like, who's threatening who? Like, I was thinking maybe someone behind me was threatening or something. She literally said, are you okay? Like, a bit concerned, like, do you want me to deal with this? That kind of way. And trust me when I say this. I am the last person to ever think of the way I was feeling, but I was feeling it. You know, because I not that I want to be ignorant of it, because I'm not ignorant of it, but it's just the fact that I want to refuse that the area that I'm in is not like that. The country I'm in, yeah, you might get some people, you know, who are like that, but the majority of people are not like that. But again, I look around and I say, oh, okay, I think she's referring to me. But even though, in the court of law, I'm not 100% sure. But everything, you know, when you put the jigsaw pieces together kind of thing. So anyway, so when the woman says to her, you know, you okay kind of thing, and she goes, and she basically said, like, I just got these nectarines, now she wants something at the end. So I thought, okay. Now most people would have walked away. Most people would have said something. But to me, it was like, just give me my fucking nectarines, my fucking watermelon, and my fucking sweet corn. And you know what? Unfortunately, I may just come back to you next week, and the week after, and the week after. You know, and it's gonna pain me. Because I've got other choices out there. But unfortunately, I have to think about what I enjoy when I get home even though I know it was purchased with some form of hatred or ignorance or something. And then even when I got my sweet corn, I mean, I took that opportunity to grab the sweet corn and investigate before anyone could say to me, I'm here to serve you. Because when I looked up, it was a different woman serving, and she looked at me with daggers as well. And I just kind of thought, fucking hell, jeez, you know, like, you don't know the fact I do a podcast. It's people like you. I can't restrict who listens to my podcast, but I want to be able to say, and I still believe it, St. Albans is a beautiful area. It's an amazing place. You got amazing people. I mean, I don't know. These people may not even be from St. Albans. Who knows? I don't know. Whatever it is, don't care. But, you know, it's a horrible feeling they left me with. And the thing is, one thing that I can take from that experience, and probably future experience from them, is that I respect the fact that they made it so obvious. Because don't get me wrong, even other businesses, small businesses, I have seen little things that where I can look around and I think, oh, okay, I've seen it, but I can ignore it and even forget about it. And it may not even reach the podcast. Or sometimes, you know, I may mention something or whatever it is, you know, but I'm happy it was so obvious. But fucking hell, really, seriously, it's 2018. We got other things to worry about. There's bloody flying ants out there. There's a heat wave going on. You know, there's so much more that do you honestly think? And even though you shouldn't judge people for what they wear, but let's judge just for this second. My clothes weren't threatening. I'm in my 40s. I'm not a little hood rat. You know, a hood rat comes in many colours, heights, whatever, you know, and to think that me on my own, I had my MP3 player, I had my little headphones on and everything, and for you to treat me as if that those nectarines, those 12 nectarines were so important, yet a week before, you couldn't get your crusty asses out of the sofa because of fucking football. You didn't even turn up because it was the fruit and veg stalls that did not turn up. And then a week later, you're worried about 12 bloody nectarines, which were not going to be stolen for because the offer is good and I had the money ready, everything. And you were worried about 12 fucking nectarines? And you couldn't even show up the whole day because of football. I mean, goodness knows how much money you lost that day. And you were panicking and made me feel like I'm some fucking alien, something that's lesser than being fucking human for 12 fucking nectarines. And yes, I may come back if you still have those large nectarines. But if anyone else has large nectarines, I'm done with you. See how much I love my bloody large nectarines. They're so good. It tastes like mango when it softens up. And you know what? 3 days later, those nectarines, I think about 8 of them I had to throw them away because they were bloody rotten. So she didn't even pick the right ones, stupid bitch. Probably picked the ones that, let's give her the little ones that got maggots flying out of it. Who knows? But yeah, I had to throw away like 8 of them. And the thing is, I wasn't even angry. because I just thought, at least I've had 2 so far, and the reason why I buy a lot of them is because, I know that by day 5 or something, they'll be getting rotten, but at least I've had my fix by the time the next market date comes on. But anyway, I think I've said enough today for my little rant, and my week. So all I'll say is that I hope this new week will be a lot better, and don't judge a person for whatever reason. And if you are, don't make it so fucking obvious, because we already know that you're doing it, but don't have to make it so obvious. And then even that, if you're not going to make it obvious, seriously, go and take acting schools, or do it in sign language. I don't know sign language yet, but I want to learn sign language, or speak a different, language or something, so I don't understand, but I know quite a lot of swear words in different countries, from different languages, but yeah, so, I don't know, that was last week, and I'm still a bit pissed off about it, but like I said, that take the reasons of whatever, I don't care, and that's how I feel about everything right now. It's too hot, don't care about anything. So until next week, love, peace, and dripping hair grease. Bye.
Oh, this you crazy mother...